Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, October 26, 2022. Let's find out what is going on the Forex calendar today. Data released overnight are quite interesting. CPI in Australia goes up. It's the same as the previous quarter. However, it's bigger than the expected 1.C% level, actually reading 1.8%. So the CPI prices are on the same level as they were the last quarter. Data from China that might affect the Australian dollar are industrial production and the GDP. The industrial production, we have no data here. However, they were quite important. The key event of today is Bank of Canada interest rate decision, monetary policy report, and both of these events are scheduled for 4 p.m. And then we have the Bank of Canada press conference. This event is scheduled at 5 p.m. Other important data during the New York sessions are new home sales scheduled for release at 4 p.m. This data are from the US, and the crude oil inventories scheduled for release 4:30. Those data are for all of you crude oil traders. Looks kind of interesting because it looks like the demand is not that big anymore for the crude oil in the US, and the inventories are rising. The inventories are rising from minus 1.7 million to 1.02 million. So very interesting situation. Maybe the price of the crude oil will be quite different soon. So we should start our technical part apparently from Bank of Canada and the Canadian dollar. So let's switch to the US dollar and to the Canadian dollar now. This is 4-hour chart of the USD CAD, and what do we see here is a very nice pullback from the recent top, right, made at the level of let me just point it out, 1.3776. So this is a 4-hour chart. Let me switch to daily time frame chart. What I want to show you here, and the reason I switch, is that pin bar here that was made last week. Okay, this is exactly the 13th of the October 2022. As you can see, what do we have here is apparently some sort of the top in progress. We got the pin bar, inside bar, confirmation. So we have the pin bar sandwich, as I call it, and then we have a pullback, extension, pullback, extension to the downside, right? So it's clear where is the pressure. Where is now the pressure? The pressure is coming from the bear. So what do we see here is, of course, the breakout below the 30-day moving average. Right now it's around the level of 1.3629. The local low for today is 1.3550. So we are like 50 pips away from the 30-day moving average. Where is the target? The nearest target, the target for today, for example, is here. This low here, 1.3499. What do we have here? 1.3499 is the target. So let me just 54.99. There you go, to the pip. And of course, we can hit this level. Now the question remains, what will happen during the Bank of Canada interest rate decision? We expect the Bank of Canada to hike the interest rate from 3.25% to 4%. That means the Canadian dollar will be much more expensive than it was like a month ago, 3 months ago, or the last quarter or something like that. Okay, so that means it's better to have some Canadian dollar now than to buy it later, because you have to pay bigger percentage, bigger premium, right? So what will happen on this part when the US dollar is first and the Canadian dollar is a second currency in this pair? That means if you want to buy the Canadian dollar, you need to sell the US dollar. So what will be the pressure? The pressure will be to the downside, made by bears that will sell the US dollar and in the same time buy the Canadian dollar, right? Because if you sell one currency, you buy the other. So if there, of course, some of these expectations might be already in the price, okay, in the price discounted by the market participants. However, if there is a bigger hike, bigger than 4%, bigger than the 4% level, then we should expect sell-off, big sell-off that will break easily 1.3499 and might even hit 1.3421, 1.3392, because those are the next technical support for the traders. So what is going on here? What is going on here is extending pressure on the US dollar to the Canadian dollar, and we should expect further weakness of the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. So we should expect, let me just show it to you by arrow. This is what we should expect today, or even lower, or even if there is some aggressive sell-off, even this level could be hit easily today. There you go. This is the scenario. Why this happens? There is another there's another thing that is making this kind of a market behavior easier. The US dollar index. As you can see, just as expected, right? For those of you who following my analysis every day, just as expected, we made the wave B. Which one is higher? This one is slightly higher, but let's leave it here. It doesn't actually matter that much. We got the wave B top. Let me just put the technical resistance right now. Yes, this might be like a 1 pip, yeah? High 113.89, 113. Wait, this is 2 pips difference. I don't actually care. The B top might be here, might be here. For the Puritans and Orthodox, the B top is here because it's 2 pips higher. Anyway, our scenario is working out perfectly, and what do we have here is a very, very typical behavior for the market. Wave A to the downside, pullback in wave B, wave C to the downside. This is clearly impulsive cycle here in wave A, so we expect an impulsive cycle in wave B. So US dollar index is going down, is I mean, it's not to the zero, of course. However, after this big rally, just look at this. We are now in the period of the correction, and it's nothing unusual, nothing super extraordinary. This is the perfectly typical market behavior. The targets are at least from the, I don't know, last week or maybe the other week already on the chart. So I placed them already. Target is 109.14. This is the market geometry target, which is inside the demand zone. This is the level of located between 109.46, 109.25. So please keep an eye on this level as well. So that's the target. We have the, oh no, that was okay. That supposed to be red. There you go. This is the red level here. I think I might just, there you go. I will adjust this level. 111.97 is the current technical resistance, and we have a breakout below 110.78. So I think I should change this technical support to the technical resistance right now. Where is the low? 110.75. So let me just adjust this for the 3 pips. There you go. 75 broken anyway because the low is 66, so it's like a 10 pips breakout. So we should expect the US dollar to go down. And what is going on the other hand on the Bitcoin? And we can see easily that the Bitcoin is penetrating the supply zone. Let me just, I wanted to switch to the, there you go, to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, as you can see here, local trend line, breakout, shooting star, consolidation, test, pin bar, we shoot to the moon, right? And very, very nice 8-hour development towards the level of 20,223, local high 20,400. It took only 8 hours to increase about 14% for Bitcoin. So again, we are inside the supply zone for the 4th or 5th time. This is where we've been here before. So that's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th time here. Well, we will see if there is a breakout above the zone. Please be warned that the next target is 22,410, and that means we can extend even over 10% more. Again, 10% more. So this is very, very, very important zone for bulls and for the bears. But if the US dollar will keep continue this correction to the downside, we might see sparks higher, because it will help the Bitcoin to rally up. However, if the US dollar resume the uptrend, because the US dollar main trend right now is correction ABC, the midterm trend is to the upside, and the long-term trend is uptrend. So when the long-term and mid-term trend will resume, on the US dollar index, the Bitcoin will reverse and go lower, because the trend on the Bitcoin is down. The Bitcoin is down 72% from its record high. If that's not definition of the downtrend, so I don't know what is. So that's the scenarios for today. Please stay vigilant during the Bank of Canada interest rate decision. Plenty of things can happen during that time. Better wait for the dust to settle a little bit, and then try to, of course, analyze the situation again and make some decisions. So that's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow. So take care and bye bye.